Hey, what up, family? Welcome back to the channel today. Hey, today we're gonna cover some of my favorite baits. I have baits for bluegill / brim, and I have bass bait as well. These are some of the ones that I like to use that have worked well for me. All right. First, we thank God for this day. We thank God for watching over us. Thank you for waking us. Thank you for guiding us, keeping us safe. I pray for anybody out there that's sick, anybody need healing. Trust in Jesus. Amen. So, without further ado, for my bass bait. Hey everybody, during the video, you may have noticed in the beginning, I was talking about bluegill. But like the 30-second mark and 40-something, I said bass. I apologize, but those were bluegill baits that I started my video with. My big bite, it's like my favorite color right here. Like a chartreuse green with the red eyes. This is a 32nd ounce. It comes 10 in a pack. Alright. This how I look up close. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Find my camera. There we go. So, the red, I got the green tip on there. There we go. Sorry about that, sir. I love this bait. You catch so many fish from me, y'all. I caught tons and tons of bluegills with that, had a lot of fish fries. Now, this is also my big bite. This is a curly tail that I put on there. It's like a little blue and black curly tail. A little chartreuse right there. Hey, it does so well in the water. That action. That's how I be moving the bass, be tearing it up. That's my big bite as well. Actually, the guy I fish with put me on to these. Because I came from Wisconsin to Mississippi. And the fish do not act the same. Because up north, we do not use shrimp to fish with bluegills. They use shrimp to fish with bluegills as well. And artificial. But when we put this hook on, the hook, I use these Hildebrands. Most times you go look them online, they're hard to find in the store anymore. So I use my Hildebrands. I thought I had one open, but I'll show you how we put it on there. It's pretty simple. Now I normally get number 2 or the number 3s. That's what I normally fish with. Again, this is for my bluegills, y'all. So there's a little. This is where the hook goes. You just pop that open like that, and you just feed your hook on there like that. So hold on, close it up. Voila. That's your setup. But in the water, you know, the line goes right here through the little hole. And as the blade comes to water, it's gonna spin. And we got the little curly tail on there, bring the action behind it. Hey, that tip is free, because it works. I tell you firsthand, that works for them bluegills. And guess what? I ain't caught bass on here. Bluegill fish. The bad side, they want to bite. So, I use those. And this is one of my favorites by Panfish Assassin. It's that curly tail, curly shad. They call it candy corn. Now, when I put this one on last time, the bass was acting crazy, boy. Prior to me starting to film. Yeah. That's a bad bait right there. It works really well. I don't know what they got on there, but some look greasy stuff. It works really good. Then, of course, Everybody know electric chicken. That's like green and pink. Bluegills love that too. And that's by Panfish Assassin as well. And believe it or not, I done had these probably like over like 3 or 4 years, and they still work well. So, hey, give them a try. And then as far as my little show y'all my little weight I use. And then I love these little bottles. Cause I get the little discount I need. You just slide it back. Let me show y'all. Slide it back, and your line go in there. And it sits up. If you put a weight on there, it'll sit up. Fish bite it, bop down, or no weight, it'll lay down. Fish bite it, it'll sit up. These are really good. These are, I don't know what size, but they're just small ones. They're not weighted. I use my own weights. Then if you're just starting out fishing as well, just give more to a new fisherman. Just get you a little box of weights, little round swivels, and then you decide what size you want to use for a weight. But I'll always use the smaller size for my weights. I don't want that too big that's gonna pull the bobber down and you can't feel the bite. I just get the little bitty one. There we go. Yeah, I fish with those. So, cause those are much easier to fish with. As far as like, you don't want no big heavy weight on there. One, you may not feel the bite of the fish. Or two, it had your bob bar down in the water that you can't tell a fish bite or you got too much weight on there. And for my bluegill, I just use Mr. Crappie 6-pound line. I use for the crappie and the bluegill, and it works pretty good. Sometimes I may have 4, but mainly 6. I know a lot of people like to use like braid, 4-pound braid, something like that for the string, but I haven't had any problem with the Mr. Crappie line. So, and it's like a fluorescent color. Hey, the fish like it. So, all right. Oh, matter of fact, I said correctly. This is an 8-pound Mr. Crappie. You got that little fluorescent color. Man, I love it. I got a 6 somewhere though. So I got an 8 and I got a 6. And then like for the bluegills too, you know, you can use pretty much, there's so many different colors you can use. You want to go artificial. But if you want to use live bait, I know the wax worms work real well up north. I caught a few down here with them, but when I got down in Mississippi, I learned more about crickets. I never fished with crickets before, but the bluegill love crickets. So, hey, there's more knowledge that we're sharing out here, all right? So now, we're going to talk about something about the bass that I like to catch and what I use. Like my main hooks for when I'm bass fishing, and it's a 3/0 Gamakatsu. So I can get this one out of there. I don't like those wide hooks. I like to hook just like this. And then this is a 3/0. I have no problem catching fish with it. So that's my favorite hook size to use. And what I would use that for is for like on worms, brush hogs, lizards. That's the name, Gamakatsu offset shank worm hook. This is like, cause believe me, I get a lot of hooks. I lose a lot. Bass fishing, you gonna lose some hooks and some weights. Caught up in the stump, Yes, I throw them in the tree sometimes. I don't know how, but it go right up in that tree. So I like these. That's like one of my favorite ones. One of my lines I use is the 12-pound line. That's by Bass Pro Shop right here. That's a fluorocarbon. I use 12 pounds. I use 14 pounds. When they say like throwing in grass or big patches of lily pads and things like that, I use a braid. Some braid line, which I should have some here to show you. I use braid line for going through that grass and a heavier weight. But then I mainly use tungsten weights for mine. Or bullet weight rather. I like the small bullet weights on my for my worm hooks. It's just a little bullet weight. Yep, just a little bullet weight. Yeah, open on both ends of it and feed the bait through there. But if you somewhere you want the worm to go down faster, you'll use a heavier weight. All right. Now I'm talking about some of my favorites. Right here. I'm gonna get this right off here. Where it's covered up. There we go. There we go. Put that on the back. It's one of my favorite worms, Power Bait. Y'all see that name? Where's that blue flag? Right there. Blue flag. Hey, I love throwing these. Catch a lot of fish. Look at that. Got the little curly tail action. Actually, I love curly tail baits. I tried to look straight, but for some reason me and the curly tails get along better. Hey, since I'm here, let me show you how I hook it up. While I got your attention. Hey, you guys got any suggestions, things you want to see? If I know it, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll find out. So, here's my hook. Go in a little bit, pinch it. Come on up. You're gonna twist it. Twist the bait. You got it straight. So, you see where the hook wanna go in at? You go past it. I want to go all the way through. It's all the way through. But then I want to pinch that. And it should be straight like that on your line. The bass want it straight. If it's like bunched up and all that sometimes, like all that, man, they smart. They don't want to hit it. Again, that's the blue fleck. That's one of my favorites. So I got introduced to bass fishing. I'm in Mississippi 2019. I met some guys that doing a fishing club. I didn't know anything about bass fishing. It was like October 2019. I'm learning. Then COVID hit. Then that shut us down for a whole year. So now I'm like, I still need to learn. So I saw this bait right here. This is the lizard, black lizard by Zoom. We got Richard Jean the Fish Machine. You've heard of him. I learned this from him. The first bait I caught bass with is a black lizard. Black lizard right there. That's what I caught my first bass on. And I thought I was catching bass. Ooh, I kept fishing it. I kept fishing it. 'Cause that's all I knew. And I knew it catch fish. So, hey, that black lizard, hey, that is a great bait. Great bait to fish with. I said this for beginners, y'all. Some stuff I learned with. Sorry about that. Then if the black is not catching, I'll throw me a black with a chartreuse tail on it. And that'll catch them as well. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. Move that to the side, move that to the side. Oh, things when you're fishing. I always take you some pliers with you. I like the long ones, because sometimes the bait get way down the bass throat, and you don't want to kill the fish. You want to try to get it out of there. Or they got hook removers as well, but man, these guys have been together for a long time. So, always have that with you. Always have a towel to wipe your hands with when you're fishing. Don't leave home without that. And always keep a little pair of scissors. You just cut your line. If your line you need to put a new line on, your line get tangled, something get messed up. You want to have these things with you, people. Now, some of my other bass baits I was telling y'all about. This nothing we're fishing. This is what I caught all my no, not the last tournament. We won't talk about. We talked about that already in the other video, the dinks. But the one prior to that, I was catching them on here, the spinner. So, hey, these pearl in the water. But guess what I put on there? I used this for my trailer by Ned Bait. This is my trailer right here. This is the Hex-Tex Whiptail Shad. And hey, me and him had a great day together, but guess what? I fished all morning with him. Then I fished. I should put my hands, because some of these baits, they can't mix. Because they'll start to melt by what they make them with and things like that. So, I tried that on, and I used this for a trailer. Somebody gave me these. I said, I'm just trying them. What the heck? Man, them bass was tearing this bait up. This was my first time fishing a little bait with that little split tail action. Hey, guess what my partner did? Had me to order him some. And he the one gave them to me. Look at that. Look at God. Okay. So, I tore him up that day. Yep. I got second place in our little local tournament. We got a small club on like 16 members. We fish local on the coast. Then we do a couple away 2-day tournaments, one in the spring, one in the fall. Just get away, check out other fisheries. What else we got over here? And this is one of my favorites too, the chatterbait. I love my chatterbaits. I don't put a trail on these. Sometimes I do, most of my fish these by themselves. That's my white. Of course, that's my chartreuse with the bass love. It's like vibrates in the water, draws the fish in from the sound. The bass really can't tell the colors, but they tell the sounds and the silhouettes, things like that. Looking for my... Then Crush City came out. I like Crush City. I like using these as a trailer because I'll put that on my spinnerbait as well as a trailer. The Crush City bait. Okay. I must have got to pull out my my brush hogs, but I like the brush hog. But again, I learned a technique with the brush hog a lot of people don't use, but I'm about to get the brush hog and show y'all. Hey guys, I got the other couple of baits I was talking about for the bass fishing that I don't use a weight for, just a hook and a worm. And that's one. That's my methylate worm. I hook him and let him just fall nice and slow. And my other one, that I just dropped. I think it's called Morning Dawn. I cannot remember the name of this worm for nothing. It's like purplish plum. It's got a little blue streak going down it. But yep, when I fish those two, I don't use the weight. All right. So mainly I fish worms. I fish June bug. It's like a purple blue, like a blue. I fish all black worm. I fish a pink worm with no weight. And another one's like a pink and bluish. Cause they like a float, they'll just float in the water. They go down like slow. When the fish not really biting, they'll go down real slow. You know, so. And let's see, am I missing any of my other favorites, y'all? Hold on 1 second. I call myself setting up. Like I said, I'm still kind of new to fishing. I bought this chatterbait. It's the jackhammer. But they say they catch fish, they do real good, but I haven't fished it yet. I've been scared to fish it and try it. Because this joke costs like $14. I'm about to get out the boat, go in the water and get it. So, when I get somewhere where it's a clear bottom, flat bottom, I'll do that. And also, we have a DOA. It's like a shrimp bait, because I'm in the South. You know, we get a lot of brackish water, fresh and salt mixing. And this will catch bass, as well as some saltwater fish. But the bass will bite this as well. Isn't that crazy? But imitate a shrimp. And it, hey, they tear it up down here. Can I fish that in Milwaukee? No, Wisconsin? I do not know if I'll get any bite. I don't know, y'all. And this is an old bait that someone gave me these a long time ago. It's the Bomber. You see that color? But that's not the color I had that day. So that's the package right there, Bomber. I think this one I had tied on. When I'm still learning what I was doing with these crankbaits, and I caught some bass on it. I was surprised. Cause I'm really, these treble hooks are nothing to play with. So I don't fish too many crankbaits. I'm trying to get into it. I have to get into it if I want to get better in the sport of bass fishing. So y'all pray for me, I'm working on it. I got a couple more pretty little crankbaits in here. Oh no, I do not want to get hooked. Yeah. Yeah, I'll catch them too. I think that one by Bill Lewis. That one is, and we'll do one more. I think this one's by Bill Lewis too. He wanna hang out with this boy Holland. I ain't gonna try to unhook that, but yeah. You use a bass, would you bite that? Yeah, that's a pretty bait right there. So, hey, and catch fish. So, I don't thank everybody for tuning in. I thought I was prepared, but I must have forgot to get my other little worms and stuff. But, hey, we still had a good time together. Last one I like to use is hand ties. Let me see what's one of my favorites. Yep, this one right here. Got a little black head, a little squishy body. Got the little feathers on the back. It's been beat up, y'all. But hand ties catch the fish as well. I won most of these from a YouTuber. It's pretty. Yep. The Bronze Star Vet Ken. I forgot what his other name, but yeah. Him and my cousin made those for me. So, again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Those are some of my favorite baits. But we'll go into more baits on another day. But I want to get on this water, y'all. But Mississippi has been burning up. It's been 95, 96, 97, 110 with the heat index. It's been rough out there, y'all. So, we're going to get there. We're going to get to the water. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you like the channel. If you like the content, something you'd like to see me do better, or something you'd like to see, hey, drop me a comment. Let me know. Thank everybody for watching. Everybody have a blessed day.